Hey guys, what's up? Coach Morgan here today to talk to you about speed work, specifically 3 different types of speed workouts that you can add into your weekly running routine to keep things mixed up. Let's get into it. All right, so the first type of speed work that I want to talk about is a fartlek. Now, what does that mean? It is Swedish for speed play. So this is really just, you're going to be having fun with your speed. This is one of the speed workouts that you're going to be adding in first to maybe like a beginner training program, though you can use it all the way up to you advanced runners out there. But for this one, it's going to be first because you're really just getting used to turning over your legs. The specifics of fartleks are really unspecific. You're going to be running to a tree. You're going to be going, all right, maybe next 15 seconds, I'm going to speed up, turn over my legs a little bit here. Just getting your body used to that turnover. It's nothing specific. It's nothing regimented. It's really just getting your body used to going faster and seeing how that feels. Okay, so how do you add in fartlek workouts into a run? So the easiest way is, or the best way, is on a run that's like a little bit shorter, maybe around that 30-minute mark, probably not on your recovery day from your long run, but like that middle of the week where it's just one of those runs where you're supposed to go out for like 30-ish minutes or something like that. Now maybe say it's a run that you've done a couple of times before, or a route that you know pretty well. What I like to do is when I know like there's a specific landmark coming up is I just kind of like to speed up for maybe a good 15-20 seconds before there and then slow back down. And by speed up, I don't mean sprint. I mean just turn over the legs a little bit more, maybe turn it up just a little bit more if you're on a treadmill, something like that, just a couple notches, nothing super crazy. Then you're going to come back down, go back to that regular running. You just want to use these fartlek runs as a way to bump up your speed just a little bit and then bring it back down. We're not looking for crazy all-out sprints here. All right, so the next kind of run that I want to talk about is a tempo run. These can be used in your beginning workouts or in your beginner training program a little bit later on after you've kind of gotten used to that leg turnover with the fartleks and all the way up through your expert and advanced training plans at any distance. So when do you want to use these tempo runs? They're going to be used in like a medium distance run, whatever that may be, if it's a 5K up to a marathon training program, whatever means for your medium distance. What you're going to do is in the beginning and your end of your run, you're going to be going at a warm-up, cool-down pace. So you should be able to talk. This should be light and comfortable. You're going to do that for a few miles on either end of this run. Now, where you're going to get into your workout portion of this is in the middle of the run. Now, depending, like I said, on what distance you're training for, you're going to use that race pace speed for this middle run. You're going to want to be pretty close to that. I wouldn't say go over your race pace in this run, but you want to get within maybe 30 seconds, depending, like I said, on what distance you're training for. And that's where you're really going to be putting in the work. You want to be breathing hard, breathing heavy, but then going back into that cool down, gradual run afterwards. All right, so the third and final kind of speed workout that we're going to be talking about today is interval training. Interval training is going to be used later on in your programs if you're training for a specific race. And if you're not training for a race at all, I would probably not even put them in your training plan. Stick to the fartlek and tempo runs and use the interval training when you really want to practice that race-specific pace. So I just want to give you like a brief overview of what an interval style workout could look like. I'm going to give you some personal preference. I'm training for a marathon and my friend is training for a 5K. Generally, we can actually go out onto the track together and still do our workouts together. But the reason I said in the previous clip that this is done at effort is for that specific reason. So my 7 out of 10 effort is not the same as my friend who's doing a 5K. We're not on the same speed level right now, but we can still both go out and say do 10 by 400 meter intervals. Now, if you don't have access to a track, that's a little hard to kind of keep track of if you have a watch, or you can kind of judge at least a distance on a flatter surface, that's good. I always suggest a track because it keeps you pretty honest with yourself, and you really get to see your exact times over and over again, like you would going into a race and you're checking your watch over and over again. So for the rest on these interval workouts, like I said, we are going to be practicing race-induced stress here on our hard efforts. So we don't want to cool down completely. We just want to kind of get that breathing under control, but not so much that we are completely recovered. You want to keep a pretty higher heart rate during the whole workout. That's the point of these. We want to make sure that we know the feeling that we're going to have on race day and know how to work our bodies when we're put under that much stress. So there you go. Throw these into your training plan. Be smart about it. Make sure that you are warming up and cooling down properly, especially on those interval workouts when you're really upping that speed. You want to make sure that you are prepping your body for that hard work that you're about to put in. But put these into your training plan. They're gonna make you stronger, they're gonna make you faster, they're gonna get you ready for race day. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hope I could help you out with your speed work, maybe try some of them in your next week's plan. But if you did like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We're putting out videos every week on a bunch of different content. We got other different types of running workouts. We have strength, mobility, all that fun stuff. So make sure you see for yourself, and be sure to leave us a comment because I want to know what you have to